Hey guys, it's your boy Spookemtoontheory, and today we're going to be bringing you a Dragon Ball Z theory. We're going to be playing some Nidhogg. I'm here with my boy, BigHairyDongle. He likes throwing
Your boy
swords.
Big
I
Hairy
like throwing
Dongle.
swords too. Say that again. I think I talked over you, Big Harry.
It's your boy Big Hairy Dongle.
There we go. So yeah, he's a good friend of mine, and he has some social media accounts you should check out. He has his own YouTube account, obviously. He
Facebook, Twitter,
has
and Google Plus. Vine, Pornhub, all that.
no Vine's not going to be around, man. You need to get rid of that account. You need to get with the times.
Man.
And as you can see, he's kind of absolutely destroying me right now in Nidhogg, but that's fine. So let's get to the topic of today's video. We're going to talk about what would happen if Krillin had died during the first part of the Cell Saga. As many of you Dragon Ball fans may know, this was when Imperfect Cell was trying to find the androids, and he was eating people to get stronger. So he ended up on a plane with Krillin, and he almost killed him when Tien and Piccolo showed up. So, yeah, what would have happened if they hadn't got there in time? What do you think, Big Harry?
I thought he did die. I thought he died like at least once every saga or whatever.
That's what people think.
The impression that I was under. I thought he, like at least once. Like Goku always died at least once. But I feel like Krillin died more than that.
Well, I mean, we know
Sitting
Krillin
there.
did die more at the end of the series, but in this particular case, though, no, Krillin actually survived. You might note him from his notable contributions of throwing out sensu beans during the Cell games.
Yeah, he took over Yajirobe's job.
Yeah. Also, fun
Frank,
fact, during the start of the Cell Saga, Yajirobe was also in a plane that got blown up by the androids. So, yeah, looks like being in a plane wasn't really a good thing to do during the Cell Saga.
That's honestly just some, I don't know. Kind of reminds me of some other theories that float around there. A certain president on jet planes.
I'm not
I
saying
don't know
you're
if that
wrong,
has
but
anything to do with it,
Obama
but,
was
like-
actually a good president, so I don't really know that what you're saying holds too much water. But anyway, we've wasted enough time. So let's talk about the theory here. So, Krillin dying...
What's the theory?
The theory is, what if Krillin died during the Imperfect Cell Saga? And here's what I think would happen. So, remember how he passed out all those sensu beans? What I'm thinking is somebody else would have had to take over that job. Now, a lot of people think that Tien was actually the most valuable of the humans, but I don't know. I'm thinking Yamcha could have taken over that position.
I don't know. 'Cause Yamcha was busy doing other stuff,
Oh, was he? What was he busy doing?
Some social media then probably. He just seemed like that kind of guy, Probably pretty vain. Has that long hair. Takes a lot of time to maintain that. I don't know. I don't know. I just feel like he was kind of like, probably had like a girl in the city or something.
I don't
Hanging
know,
with
did he-
Puer.
Did he have a girl in the city? I thought he was still with Bulma at the time. When him
Him
and Bulma had that kid together?
I think he might have thought he was with Bulma, but let's be honest here. He wasn't with Bulma. That's not what was happening. Bulma wasn't with him. He might have been with Bulma, but Bulma wasn't with him.
I think I can feel that. So, what I think would have happened, though, is, we talked a lot about the sensu beans. And that's good and all. That was an important part of the Cell Saga. But what about the whole thing with the androids? Krillin, Android 18. Don't forget, he had the remote that could have gotten Android 18 killed.
Yeah, and so somebody else would have had to carry the remote.
You're right. I think
about
there was
that.
actually a part where Tien volunteered to do that, too.
Yeah, but let's be honest. Nobody's gonna trust a guy with 3 eyes to do something like that. His depth perception might get all fucked up. He might go to hit the button and then he just like fucking, pushes out to the side, right?
And let's be honest, we don't really know what his relationship with Chaozu was, so I'm not sure if I trust him all that much.
Yeah, that did seem a little bit abusive. Like, mimes really consent? I'm not so sure.
So, and then you also have to keep in mind if Tien had been delivering the remote, then who would have been there to stop Imperfect Cell, right? He tried being blasted them into the ground. Remember that? Yeah, and I don't think Yamcha could have done that. So Tien's out of the picture, right? So we could have Yamcha doing it, but like I said, he's pretty busy. And he carried Goku too. Remember, he carried Goku, and fucking took forever. Goku was sick.
Oh, you're right.
Yeah, so
he's too slow.
He's not really good at carrying shit. He wasn't really good at fighting. So yeah, I don't think Yamcha could have really contributed.
Pretty sure the only time he actually ever fought in the series is that one time with Cell.
Yeah, I think you're right.
He did keep him, he did do some ground pound on him.
I also think you're lag switching here. I think that's what's going on. But so yeah, Yamcha's out of the picture, right? So what other people could we have going on, right? It was pretty much just the humans. The Saiyans were off doing their thing.
Like Bulma or something, just like.
So yeah, I don't think Bulma could have taken that over, and we're not going to really get into that theory today.
It could have been a contender.
So for humans that were available at the time, that pretty much leaves us with Master Roshi, right?
Old Roshimundo.
It's true. So actually, in the new episodes of Dragon Ball Super that are coming out, he got involved in some of the fights. Did you know that?
I did not.
Yeah, he actually participates, fights some of Frieza's minions, I believe.
Oh, how does he do?
I think he does all right. So he could still fight some minions. So I think he could be.
Yeah, he had a power level at about 300.
Yeah, like he was pretty strong. If he was on Namek, he probably could have thrown down a bit, at least with Frieza's first form.
Probably could have fought, Elder Namek. Like slap some shit out of him.
So yeah, I'm thinking.
That's what we all want to do. That guy.
It's true.
Like, oh yeah, you're the guardian of the planet, right? Ain't gonna do shit.
So yeah, Master Roshi, maybe he could have done it. But here's my thing, like, he's important not really for fighting in Dragon Ball. Like, Master Roshi's never been known for fighting or really for training people. He's there for the comic relief, right? And he does a good job of the comic relief, Pretty much all of his perverted antics are comedy gold. So, like, I guess he could have taken over that part, but do we really want him to? That's not where he belongs. So we don't have Tien capable of taking over Krillin's job. Yamcha can't do it, and Master Roshi is a little more important elsewhere. So what other characters are really left? Like, who would be able to take up Krillin's role if he died?
So we have a few characters that are like, possible alternatives. They don't really get thought of a lot. As much as the the human Z fighters are really kind of pushed to the margins of the show, these characters are kind of even farther relegated to like, the backbench or whatever.
I'm intrigued. Who are you talking about?
So like, if Yamcha and Tien are, like on the bleacher or like on the bench, right? Then these are the guys that are on the bleachers.
Right.
You've got guys like Foreign and Popo and even Yajirobe. And I really think Yajirobe's the strongest contender, and
really?
I have a few reasons for thinking that. He was at a time in the show he was pretty powerful. Just like Popo, he was able to beat Goku when he was a kid. And he was way faster than Goku. And as we know in Dragon Ball Z, speed is almost completely determined by power level.
Yeah, you're right. This could be seen in pretty much every saga.
So, Popo and Yajirobe must both have, some pretty decent fighting skills, But Popo, of course, is he's a peace-loving guy. Not really one to get involved. He doesn't really leave very often. Actually, the only time we really see him leave Tommy's Lookout is when he takes Bulma to see Tommy's ship. The one that he came to our planet on, came to Earth on. That's really the only time we see him leave Corrin's Tower. Or Kami's Lookout, rather. They're kind of connected, but anyway. So he's out. Corrin himself, let's be honest here. He's not leaving. He's an old guy. You always see him with a walking stick. So maybe he just doesn't really have the liveness, the agility to really fill a role like that. Because even though it's not, out on the front lines, even though it's kind of a support role, you still have to be able to get in and out, You have to be able to, get in and get the Z fighters their beans. I really think Yajirobe is the ideal choice. I mean, he's got a sword. Seen before that he knows how to fly different beams, like the different capsules, such, and that could be a useful skill, He's got a sword, and as we've seen, he's put that sword to good use, He used it to cut off Vegeta's tail.
It's true. He was one of the most important characters of the early sagas.
True. He actually was quite effectual in combat. And so I feel like, if maybe if he felt more needed, maybe if one of the Z fighters had died, one of the main Z fighters like Krillin had died, he would have kind of stepped up a little bit, taken up some of that mantle. Yeah, I mean, I think that's a very viable path the show could have taken,
So yeah, I've actually heard a lot of fan theories comparing Yajirobe to Gohan later in the show. Where
how's that?
Well, they're very similar in that Yajirobe and Gohan both really aren't fighters by heart, only by necessity. Where when Yajirobe gets involved in the Saiyan saga, he's completely reluctant to fight, just as Gohan is. It's really only Piccolo's influence that makes Gohan the fighter he is. And even after the Cell saga, Gohan he pretty much gives up the life. He stops training, and throughout the whole Buu saga, he's pretty worthless.
Well, I don't know. I mean, Mystic Gohan, he throws down.
Yeah, but I mean, you still have to get Goku in there to save the day.
Well, of course you have to get Goku,
Yeah.
Purgatory. He has to die a couple times before it can really be Crisis.
But if you think about that though, like Yajirobe again, he was a key fighter in the show. He was the main character. And he threw down. He did that shit. And then after he beat his adversary, which was Vegeta, he just gave up the life, kind of retired, just like how Gohan retires after beating Cell.